eclipse. Okay, so let's look into this a little bit, okay? I decided to pick two decks that I haven't used in a while, and picked with my left hand on the answer deck, and then on right hand is Dark Days Tarot. I haven't used that in forever. I could not find, by the way. So if you see me wearing these like 24/7, that means I can't find my other ones. Okay? All right. So let's get that straight. So this one is ending. And then this is Six of Pentacles inverted on the doing side. So there's a reciprocation happening. I think this is like there's a cosmic message here. Everyone brace yourself. The ending. Then we're doing this together. We're holding hands, like saying grace, just getting through our endings. You see? The exchanges are happening like by contact in with our feelers. So there's a reciprocation of endings, like it's domino effect, domino effect, domino effect. Rather nice. But on a very microcosmic level. Oh, this means that closed chapters are signifying what's like, for like, how do I say it? With let's say contracts and lawsuits and that kind of thing, the end to something is finalizing the reciprocation, what's due to us. So at least due to me. So this is what like still popped out here when I got the ending part. Oh, it's fame and a friend. Look at that. I have a famous friend, more than one. That's what I feel like. I feel like I have famous friends, but I don't think I've ever shaken hands with them before. In fact, I don't even know if they're the kinds that shake hands. Yeah. I mean, I gotta consider myself famous too, but I think that's what's happening here. Oh, this is saying that this is epic, you know? Fame, I wanna live forever. that's what I think. So nothing can stop me now. Fame. I think that's how it goes. All right. So what's the deal here? I think there's one card missing from here, and it's the World card, which is fantastic because we still got the ending here. Good vibes, good vibes. Yeah. Give me a second. Oh, you see my big guns. Yes, I got my free coffee. All right. So how's my cream crew doing? Angels of love and light, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages. My chakras, my auras, my space, my work, my health, wellness, and that of my children. Thanks so much. You know what's funny? So the boss has decided to play trickery too, and everything that I've been like, they're trying to keep me away from and they're doing this and that, and so he does a little switcheroo, like switches the cups. It's like, oh yeah, so what about this? Why, if I was doing that, then why would I do this if that were true? So I think it's kind of funny rather than lame. I think it's funny because that way it makes it more enjoyable for me to be present. Like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen today, but this just happened, and that's got me all nerve-wracked, and I'm not going to get stuck in limbo getting all nerve-wracked about something that, this new arrangement thing that's supposed to happen in a couple of days. And once I get like all situated and like meditated, like, oh, okay, everything's fine, then they might switch it up again. So you never freaking know. So it's just, you know, I'm learning to live my life like that. And if it is because of the way things are managed, then you know what? There's a reason. What is it? There's a method to the madness. So it's like, can I really get mad? No. There are certain things that I can pick my battles on. Like earlier this morning, I'm not gonna accept fault for something that is not my fault. Like if it's in writing that it's my job to accept fault for everyone and everything, then okay. Then okay. Okay, we have an agreement here where I'm supposed to accept fault for everything. And so if my job requires me to lie to myself, okay. Then we've got that like situated, okay. That way I can separate what's real, what's fake, whatever I have to pretend, whatever. But it's not in writing. And I didn't agree to it. So that's just how it is. And I'm learning how not to, throw attitude about it. It's just, well, no, this is, just being more firm about it. So, irregardless of whether or not this boss is intending to teach me how to mediate myself, it's happening. So, I think it would be worse off with a boss that would insist upon it. Then we got an issue here. Yeah, we do. But like, I'm learning, people can't force you to do anything, force you to be a certain way, especially in a work culture that promotes appreciation of diversity, especially strong-willed, strong, just strong people. And so I'm not being defiant just to be defiant. Like, dude, I don't have time to waste with all of that. This is real stuff. So anyway, now that I got that off my chest, it makes me quite pleased. It's that realization that I can it forces me to be in the moment, because like whatever's like there is just like, okay, that's your dish of candy. All right, so what do you want to say, Archangel Michael, when we say you can't beat that with a bat? Let's make this Authorizing Officer Tuesday Eve. I like to do the hybrids, so let's do that. Okay, well, what came through is Hidden Enemy in Reverse and Justice Extroverted. They told me promoted in my head. Aye, Captain. Okay, so the enemies have been. Oh my gosh, this is a surprise one here. What? The Stranger. I don't think this is stranger danger. Oh, this is the detective, the PI. This is my Pink Panther. Yeah, revealing like there's no more hidden enemies. They've all been revealed, or it's like yeah. Eliminated justice is here. That's crazy. This is good. This is really good. All right. So, ooh, I also got my way with my son. With how I told you things were affecting his school. Well, there's the cleanup portion where we have to like figure out how to patch things up, figure out like how to it's not like we can reset the clock or anything, but we can make up lost time through other methods. And so my ex was saying like, well, I don't see the point in putting him in summer school because like his I'm paraphrasing this part, his attendance is shitty. But he's like, if it's like, if what did he say? If he's not doing well with attendance now, then why like basically gamble it on summer school? and we'll just enroll him in next year, like repeat. And it's like, how the fuck does that make sense? Can you tell me how the fuck that makes sense? Because even if there's a certain allowance in certain tardiness levels in summer school, why would you allow for a huge lapse of time of like no school and then jumping back into school with higher expectations, thinking that he's going to do better in that realm? Like that's crazy. You have to, like, why would you give up the so I like, I was typing, I was like, I don't see any point in forgoing the opportunity to allow him to establish more regularity in attendance. So I would say that it would be advantageous for him to go to summer school if given the opportunity, along with, other methods or whatever. And so I got my way. I get it. I was like, if we're talking about like the school counselor, like looking at different sides, we're not asking him to pick a side. We're asking him to make the wisest decision of making all resources available to be utilized, especially if it makes sense. And the only way you'll know if it makes sense is if to opt in, right? So I got my way. I love it. I love it. I was localized justice. I'm happy about that. Cause like that was good. I'm not gonna pat my mama bear back on that. Yeah. And we got treated for a lunch in because we had a visitor come in. And so it was just kind of, what do you call it? It was just out of common courtesy, like, what do you call it? Polite for them to offer it to anybody who was in the office today. So I took that opportunity, but I was like, you know what? Even though it's a provided lunch, and it was just like all of a sudden, instantaneous. Like, I can't forego my lunch hour. I can't. I have things I need to reboot. I have things that I need to do. So I wasn't bratty about it. I was just like, I got to make some calls. I got to do some things for lunch. I have to step away. And so, like, pat on the back to me again. It's hard to be in a position where you're kind of, there's an implication where you have to be at beck and call 24/7. And dude, if we didn't have our visitor today, oh my God, I would have gotten yelled at. I would have gotten yelled at because we had a last minute meeting, Teams meeting, and I totally forgot that this girl was working remotely. Because there were so many things happening this week, dude. So many schedule changes, so many like that. Like I personally don't give a fuck about what other people's schedules are. Given that I'm not provided any of that luxury. So it's like I have a chip on my shoulder, like having to manage people's like schedules in and out when there's no consistency with anybody there, especially if there's favoritism. So it's like I don't give a like if things are rushed like so last minute between this and that and this and that, like I will forget. I will remember, oh, somebody she's on vacation, I have to put this like together and so so I issued the invite, and they're like, oh, what happened to so and so? And I said, oh, isn't she on vacation? Oh, I had to check the schedule. And then so I just called her. And it's like, if we're doing a remote work policy, it still stands. Like, you're supposed to answer to the calls or answer to work as though you're in office. So, like, the fact that she was picking up her child without telling anybody in the office, that's like a big no-no. She got caught. And so it's like, who should we really yell at here, Because it's like, oh, if that's an inconvenience to her, it's like, I don't get that luxury. Like, who is she? Who is she, really? Like, will everything collapse if she's out of the picture? I really don't think so. I really, really don't think so. Maybe, one of the, like, and I'm not speaking boldly upon that. I think what she does is very, like, functional, like, it's just very methodical, right? No, I just, no. So, there must be some kind of, like, in coven work, she must have some kind of bloodline in which, like, she holds some kind of prestige in order for her to be in the position that she's at, because fuck. If we're talking about faking it till you make it, I could do that role. I could fake it. I could fake it. But I could also be it too. Anyway. What do you want to say? Change in reverse. Spiritual upright. Loss upright. Fair gray-haired man in reverse. And the Lover's card. All right. So why is change in reverse? I think somebody's looking at their age, like questioning. This is weird. I usually don't get this messaging, but like somebody like who is rather spiritual or has been in some point of life is like looking at themselves like in an aged aspect. Like, have I really like they feel old, you know? When you like live vicariously through someone, like, oh, like through someone's joys, like, oh my gosh, you know, like a father looking at his son out on the field, living vicariously like that. But this is like feeling the opposite of that, like, oh, you know, I remember my good old days. You see crow's feet right here, right? So it's some kind of like not resistance to change, maybe resistance to change, but like a longing, because there's a loss right here, and then the fair gray-haired man in reverse, but the fair gray-haired man is looking at the Lovers. So he's feeling like this older person is looking at this couple as like, there's, instead of feeling like joy for them, there's not, I don't feel like there's hatred facing them. It's more like an objective point of view on kind of lost years, or a lost, there's some kind of like a lost love. That's like, yeah, that's very personal. That's what I'm seeing there. So this is like, oh, I remember when we used to be like that, or I remember when, you know, because these are two separate people. Me and so were like that, and now my years have come down to like this now. And so I think there's just a longing, you know, for a revision, but more so a revival. Something to invigorate your life. Yeah, happiness. Look, reinvigorating it, like the youthful happiness again. Gosh, this makes me sad. It feels sad inside. But exactly, that is exactly it. Okay, so we're going to look at the Dark Days Tarot. Oh my gosh, that's a freaking lot. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles inverted, Queen of Wands upright, the High Priestess in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, the Three of Wands upright, the Ten of Cups in reversal, the Star extroverted, the Hermit inverted, and the Knight of Swords extroverted. This is a lot of energy. This is like a go, 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 go get them energy. Backpacking it, this is like your rocket pack, rocket pack. But this is someone that definitely goes within. But this is, I think this is what they're telling me. This is what they're telling me I am. This is like this is a big whopping I am affirmation statement. You know, you want me to tell you something? Give me a second. Let me have them. I need to work out. Like I can't flex. I need to work out. Anyway, I don't think I posted it yet on one of my lives. I kept like feeling this weekend. I'm sweating too. I was being told, like, internally, third eye, or crown chakra, that I am not supposed to go to anybody else's readings anymore, at least for a while, for a few months, and because it'll totally improve or provide some clarity and like just kind of like let people like buzz off, I'm not saying every reader is like that, but there's certainly some energies that are just, they have, if you know anything about spirituality, it's like the sticky energies that are just like they're addictive, or not addicting, but addictive energies that don't want to let go. And so it's more than mischief. It's there's a lot of work that needs to be done with those individuals. Like a lot. So I'm supposed to not go to anybody, like even the ones that like I regularly go to, or ones that like seems like, oh, the messaging seems like okay, it has nothing to do with like, love, romance, or whatever. I'm not supposed to go to them. I even tested it today by asking several times, and the cards went like loop-de-loop. They just kept getting confused. Like, the message overall was telling me that you're just going to confuse things. Like, you already have all the answers that you need, and you're not going to get any more from other people. That's my that's the message to me. And you can consider them your support crew at maximum, or even somewhat of a fan base, but like right now, this phase in your life is not to source them. And you can send your appreciation to those that are supporting you by those methods, but this is a time where I'm supposed to rack in like more of the physical realm of support. It is true that I, because of how devoted I am, I do deserve more than $50 per year or two based on what I'm doing here. That's literally, on average, what I've made, $50 per year. And that's incredibly insane for what I do. That's cumulative. Isn't that crazy? So, I know that there are other like benefits that I get with like services that I told you about, and there are wonderful collaborations that are just kind of hidden in the ethers, third eye level, kinship level with other artists out there. So that's so cool. So cool. And I've never ever met them in person. and I don't think I've talked to them on social media. I think one person went live, and he seemed pretty like grounded. Um, um, and I saw how he communicated with his viewers, and he wasn't like cherry picking his who he was responding to. So I was like, okay, I would just try. And he it was like it, we were on the same level as far as thought. I even like psychicked uh, certain pieces that he made. I was like, by any chance, did you da 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 da? And he's like, as a matter of fact, yes. Whereas other people are like, fire, this and that, which I'm not making fun of, but like I really aim to connect with an artist, especially when there's intrigue and not just the interest in what they create. I'm curious about the origination and the development of their workings. So yeah, there's that. Why did we get into that talk? I don't know. Oh, so this is a big affirmation that I'm solid with my current connections to the divine. Even with the somewhat of a secrecy or discreet nature with others out there. So that's really cool. What else do we want to say? Yeah, so that's mainly saying that. Like deep down, with how objective you are, Tina. Yeah, so the cards that I pulled in asking, when they finally gave me messages, they're like, I give up, It's like, I gave you the final answer. That was a firm answer. And so, like, I've never gotten that kind of, like, pushback before, which is, like, it wasn't like I'm getting in trouble. It was more like a good friend saying, do you know who you are? Do you see what you're doing? Yeah. So it's good. Life is good. I can't complain. Three of Pentacles, extroverted. This is work. It's being done. The work atmosphere is activated. There's a ladder up here. But I think because this is extroverted, it's a ladder out, but it's also a ladder inward. It's paralleled. It's kind of like hopscotch, except starting at as a 1 2 3. Yeah, so it's always like 1 2 3 1 2 3 because it's 1 2 3 and then 4 5 6 7 8 9. That's what it is. So this is hopscotch in thirds. Let me see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 12 steps on the ladder. So this is 4 quarters. This is a whole year timeline. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've ever seen it like this. Okay, so this is a timeline of events. We're looking at the 4 quarters. We're already on the second quarter. So we're right about here. So over knee deep. Yeah. Interesting. So that's what's happening. Okay. I don't know why we got that. So, we had this talk about, here, what is this thing that fell in between my legs? Scandal in reverse. I think that's let me see here. I'm going to cut the deck with it. What does it want to cut to? Reconciliation in reverse. So, I think some scandals, what do you call it? Some ill workings, like are ending, You know, they're no more, but there's no reconciliation for it. Let me just double check. Yeah, there's massive jealousy. There's because of the root of it, the base level of it, there's no reconciling over it. And I don't think that's like the Christian or Catholic way or spiritual way to go about it, but I really think you have to see things for what they are sometimes. And that's what that is. So instead, what are we going to get instead? Mistake. Oh, the teacup broken. You know what that means. Yeah, somebody made a big ass mistake. I don't even know if I know like all of the things that had happened, but somebody made a huge mistake. A huge mistake. It's crazy because the outer part, you know, like, just tip me over and pour me out. Was it, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, something, just tip me over and pour me out. Well, the part that's supposedly supposed to be the spout, even just to a teacup rather than a teapot, is broken. Whereas this is the most fragile part, and it's not broken. So somebody, it wasn't, it was about what they were dishing out, like what they were trying to give. Like, you know, when people, it's like kind of bait and switch, where they create illusions like this is the teapot, but it's actually a teacup. So there's somebody's like, what is it, skimming off the top or something? You know, like, I don't even know that saying, but it's somebody who's like taking, like, stealing, essentially, and just pretending as though they're giving from a bigger pot, and it's not. So they really fucked up right there. That was the biggest part that they fucked up on. And I have to say it like that because now they're cornered. You see? There's a corner right there. This is all that you can see. There's nothing to hide from that. That it's... Oh, gosh, I got the chills. Generosity is in reverse on the bottom. So something is about to balance its way into it. But this is also signifying somebody was not generous. Somebody was absolutely greedy on that note. So yeah, we had this meeting, and I don't know if I can divulge too much of it, but I was very like, should I be a part of this meeting? You already told me I was declined. You already, you gave me no hope whatsoever. You didn't give me a penny more. You didn't give me any, like, hopes, like, oh, you could be, this one day, because you're certainly capable of it. You've done it in the past, for X amount of years. So, you know, like, it was just like, I tried. So, like, why was I supposed to be part of that meeting if you're not really fighting for me? Am I just like a prop so that you will get whatever it is that you're asking for so you could give it to somebody else? Like, dude, I was not interested whatsoever. I was just like, okay, what am I here for? I'll sit here and have you pay me for the moment that I'm here. Okay. 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 So at that point, I'm listening to how things are being said, what's being said, how disinterested everybody else is. It's not just me. But like even the colleague, you know, like what kind of BS they're coming up with too, and it's like which one is more of a BS factor, and it's like I really want to love my workplace. I really want to love my workplace. I really do. But so far, I can I can firmly say that I do have a love for the intention of its structure, from its originating forces, from the main offices, from its core structure, core units. I am most appreciative of those standards. And I would be willing to bend over backwards and you know, go and accommodate, and kind of adapt to the demands of devotion. But I don't see that integration here. I don't see it done with genuine goodwill intent, with the belief that this is how it's going to rock it. I hear a lot of words being said. You know, but like, we could always shit talk each other, you know what I mean? Like, if I were a manager or whatever, people could shit talk me, right? They have the opportunity to do that. But at the same time, I don't know. I think the only shit talking that would happen is during the learning curve. You know what I mean? Which is unfair, being that I would be within the learning process. Because anytime that I've taken a management role or have had to take on a lot, I was never shit talked. There's nothing that nobody could say anything to. So, you know, there's that. I have history behind me and the right intent, but yeah, there's that. Yeah, I take pride in doing my best, and to the point where it becomes almost embarrassing if I'm not, if I make an error. Yeah, so I'm really hard on myself, so nobody else really has to be. I mean, not for that purpose, but it's just like, it kind of works out that way. It's weird. Why am I talking about something? Okay, let me see here. Scandal again in reverse. What? Why do I keep getting that? Patience. Oh, something's being revealed. Oh, but they're also telling me to be patient with all of this stuff because time is moving quickly. Do you see that? Usually it doesn't move that quickly. But it is. Yeah, it's moving quickly. Oh, it just parted to something. Abundance in reverse. Oh, snapperoonies. You know, some people who have been really, really greedy, you know what they're going to come up with instead? A lack thereof. This is like a rotting fruit. Do you see that? It's the first time like I really adjusted my eyes. I was like, oh. You know, when you spoil people rotten, yeah, there's something about that. Anyway, let's break it up to you. Woo! Oh, snap! Look at that. Good luck coming. Magnetism. You guys need like my little belly right there. I don't even know if it's a belly. It's a mid-drift. Okay. Clarifier, faith in reverse. So you just got to believe, my honeys. You know what this is? Greek letters. What is that? Is that alpha, omega, I don't know what. But that's what I'm seeing here. In fact, you have to amplify the faith, because what I'm seeing here is like a VI. When you turn it upside right side up, we've got the emperor. You got the Emperor. We got the Emperor. So Ivy. Yeah, that's what's happening there. I like it. It's special. All right, anything else? Anything else you want to say, Archangel Michael? That one. Knight of Pentacles inverted. Something's gonna be delivered. Actually, something's slowly coming my way. But I'm also delivering. I'm not just like waiting like, okay, what's gonna happen now? No, I'm still delivering to the world. But something is being delivered to me. What is the clarifier for that? No, 5 of Swords inverted. What? 1 up. Oh. Something's, oh, you know, like Mario, the Super Mario Brothers, like, do-do-do-do-do-do, bloop. You know, the, the 1 up. That's what that is. So, journeying on, and sometimes, like, I might bump heads with somebody, what, you know, the lingo of it, or, you know, like, bump into somebody, that's what I mean. Or like have a little accident, like a little snafu, because that's how you get the 1 up. You hit your head on the brick, you like bump it, and then you get like the 1 up, whatever that is. And so something's gonna happen, like almost like stumbled upon. Interesting. Okay. Anything else? 7 of Swords, extroverted. This is like stealing away in this. So, this thought energy though, it's the Hanged Man, 12. So it's super duper important again to be objective here, because if I'm given the 1 up, and if it's almost like making like a steal for the bases, whatnot, you see running, but like caught and, you know, there's something about where it's like, don't let it get to your head. But like, I don't let things get to my head. I'm not like that, even though I'm a Gemini. I'm allowed to enjoy my stuff. But at the same time, there's something about, I think, there's something strange here. Okay, let's look at the clarifying card for that. 6 of Swords, extroverted. How crazy is that? That's so much thought. There are like so many things like people are saying, thinking, etc. It's like the talk of the town. So that's 12, right? 12, and this is this makes it 18. What's 18? It's the Moon card. Oh my gosh. So this is high manifestations. This is a lot of manifestation here. Because when we have 6 and 7 moved this way, that's the dominant of it, which is 11, which is usually the Justice card, if not Strength. And then the Ace of Swords, remainder, if I do it that way. Wait, am I doing that right? No, it's 13. This is this is 11, and this is, what is this? 13. I don't know. What did I say? 18. Oh, because of that. So, I don't know why I said 11. Because because some of it is in cursive. So, that could be ace. So, magician or justice. And then this way, it would be, that's a death card. It's absolutely saying it. This is shutting people up. Holy smokes. Like death to what people say, what people are going to think about it, because the 7 and the 6 here, 13 swords, it's a death card with the sword emblem there. So it, like, there would be a lot to say about it naturally, but it's going to shut people up. So that means, evil eye with, the slander, the bad mouthing that happens. It's like spell work, whether if you're a practitioner or not, the practice is, if you're doing that isolated and like cursing somebody, basically like talking shit on them, also on a group level with the intent to impose that, that's basically like spell work, cursing. So yeah, I mean that's for the good of all, basically. So it doesn't just benefit me and my kin, but also benefits the people who would normally talk about that stuff, because when they do that, they're throwing curses upon themselves, because they're the initiates of that. That's what's happening there. All right. So I'm going to get a dragon card. I don't know why. Okay, dragon card. What do you want? There we go. Minoros, page 50. Oh, we got 2. Holy smokes. Minoros and Bronco. Broncho? I don't know. 50 and 52. I wasn't going to do it, but now I'm going to do it. Page. Oh, we're doing by pages. Forgot. Control. His favorite affirmation: I want to have it all in the palm of my hand. I must know everything that is happening all the time. The dragonic traps. Managing by using any method or training so that your power to control prevails over anyone else's. Manipulating results for your own exclusive benefit, whether as victim or tyrant. Controlling with numbers and figures, locks and keys, reports, prison bars, crying and shouting, strategies, rules, and methods. Holy smokes, I know who this is. The treasure. You can develop an exceptional capacity for giving the right names to people and things to create order and beauty. You can develop a fantastic ability to release unfruitful control and accept life changes with spontaneity. You can develop a wonderful gift of detachment from the fruits of your action and give of yourself just for the pleasure of giving. So the transforming minerals is practice the presence of the soul in an external present and let detachment be the relaxing agent in your life. How awesome is that? I was just talking about that. Objectivity. Okay. I know, that is insane the way that was brought up. That's crazy. And suspicion. Oh my goodness. Suspicion and distrust. Okay, her favorite affirmation is, it is not possible to trust in anybody. People are purely deceptive. So the draconic traps are distrusting everything and everyone, believing only and exclusively in your own distrust, earnestly avoiding friendships and intimacy, especially with the human race. So the treasure is, you can develop an extraordinary capacity to inspire others with radiant communication and interaction. You can also develop self-trust that inspires true leadership. Third thing is, you can develop an unshakable faith in the human capacity for self-transformation. The transforming Bronco, or Broncho, says that when you are connected to the core of your soul, This connection brings clear communication with everyone. Isn't that beautiful? See, this is confirmation. This is a checkbox. Okay, I did it. Okay. All right. It's not just about didding it. The past tense, but also doing it. Okay. Did I do this correctly? Whoops, yeah, there we go. Oh, I accidentally shuffled them incorrectly. What did I do? Anyway, I'm excited for what this week is about to hold. I don't have no idea. Four of Pentacles inverted. It's ownership. And, oh, it's an angel. Oh, very much tied to the world. So this is definitely an earth angel. Somebody does like hula hoop type of work, you know, like it's either tribal, like you know, the hoops thing, the hoop dance thing. Oh, definitely. So we have some like Native Americans here, or I don't know if you would call them Native Americans if like they're Canada based too, but you know, natives. And then there's people who like are in, you know, they're usually in spirituality, but they're very bodily active with like hula hoop stuff, tricks and stuff like that. There's also somebody who is very keen with frisbee or frisbee golf, but we have that here. It's depicted, if you can see that. But somebody who's good, who has good like hand-eye coordination, like they're very in tune with their motor skills for sure. Okay, so what is your takeaway? Well, what's the bottom of the deck? Oh, it's the Lover's card, accentuated. Okay. So okay, if there's no lovey-dovey in our lives, what this is remember we talked about self-realization being the Four of Wands, and self-actualization is a very personal experience that can be carried from inward to outward. So that's what that is, and that's always a blessing. That always creates nostalgia. So there's a seed of romanticism in that card, whether it's solo or with others. Okay. Top of the deck is King of Wands in reverse. So this is kind of a player energy, but this is also saying that this is us, you know, because we're on that inside part. So So, this is kind of ancestral in its giving, because with whatever's growing here, okay, it's almost like, you know, laying the, like, I was here, right? And then so we're essentially, you know, like kind of uprooting that, you know, like, okay. Because these plants, I would say, are resilient. What is going on? What is that for? What is that for? I want to know. Oh, shit. That's a lot. Okay. Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Six of Wands. Wow, that's super victory. Oh, you know, it's like DJ Red Alert. So those sirens were, and that honking was definite. Like, because this isn't this. They're saying to correct that. Like, this is not player energy. This is exactly what I said. Yeah, because keeping things in balance, enjoying the moment. This is being rewarded, absolutely victorious, and the Ace of Swords, which is the absolute truth of that. That's amazing. That's really, really good. So what is your takeaway? What is your takeaway? Ace of Pentacles, inverted. That's our takeaway. I keep forgetting to say it's ours, but it's yeah. But that's like, that's your takeaway. It's my takeaway. That's whoever's here takeaway. Everyone has a takeaway here. Even like with the crosswaters. Why did I say it like that? Cross watchers that have been really shitty. There's cross waters. I think here what it's saying is Spirit recognizes us to be like the children of God, right? So it's almost like, you know, you gotta let children be like children too. So even if someone has been shitty, it's almost like they've got to have that wiggle room to still play, like in the arcade. So this is like giving them the Spirit, like giving us like that coin, like that extra quarter that's supposed to take you to the arcade and have that last game, that last hurrah, is non-biased to who it's given to. It's given to like everyone. It's given to everyone alike. So that's what that is showing me. And it usually doesn't show me that. Interesting. And that's also like a hidden forewarning, like without a parent saying or a caretaker saying like, don't tell me, don't let me say I told you so. With like giving that coin as being a last hurrah, you should use that wisely, you know. So how are you going to spend your in the moment thing, you know? Yeah, because it's totally up to you. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so what is my takeaway? Just fine. Temperance in reverse. Wow, I get Temperance in reverse. Do I need to... I don't feel like I have unbalanced feelings, or I haven't drinking a drop of alcohol, and I don't know, for a while. Probably since I did a last video. I don't know. Temperance in reverse. I think it's undercurrent energy, but it's like kind of like the way this is shown is kind of like a rainbow energy. And because of that arc, it's talking about a learning curve with the undercurrents. So the things that discreetly happen, I'm learning how to be happy with them or make the most out of them. Like, or the rainbow effect. You know how they talk about like the butterfly effect? It's the rainbow effect here. So it's like playing with that. They keep telling me like Play-Doh. Maybe Plato has some significance here. But it's that malleable for me to consider it like Play-Doh. And there's some contemplation there with Plato. I don't remember exactly what that's about, but let me go ahead and get a clarifier for that, because that's kind of weird. Four of Cups inverted. Yeah, it's knowing what's best for me. Oh, it's time for me to be selfish, honestly, to maneuver, like, to really kind of pull some strings in in making them, it's done ethically, but I'm supposed to really be thinking about myself, making choices that are best for myself. And yeah, because this is talking about intake here too, consumption. So yeah, so it's gatekeeping, but on a very personal level. Yeah, I got the chills for that. So, not to be jaded in this phase. I don't know. What the frick? Hold on. Not to be jaded. Temperance. You know what I'm hearing? Not to be jaded with what I got. And then, I'm hearing What I Got by Sublime. I said, remember that? Yeah. Lovin' is what I've got. I don't cry when my dog runs away. I don't get angry with the bills I have to pay. Fuck it, it's all the same. Something, life to love and come back to me, something like that. It's a good song. Anyway, extroverted, like they'll like what's good for me is basically kind of like right in front of me. That's what they're saying. It's very obvious. Okay, interesting. I like it. Okay. And then here, any additionals? I feel like, oh, secrets. What do we have secrets here? Strength in reverse. Maybe the secrets are weak. But, again, people are going to be shut up. Shut up by your mouth. Shut up by your mouth. Okay, faith in reverse and journey in reverse. So, these are the people that are hung up. So they're just like kind of stuck talking about stuff. Yeah, that's what that is. So we hang up the phone and we put it back where? Okay, there. And it cut to what? Jealousy in reverse, talk about. Pinpointing that. Okay, so what is your takeaway from this deck? Our takeaway anyway. Peace. That's beautiful. Peace out. That is what that's saying. And what is my takeaway? Oh, the Master in reverse. That's actually the Emperor. That's Spirit undercover. All right. Now I am going to do Banangrams because they give me so much to go on. Okay? All right. Abracadabra. Oh shit, they already gave me something. Oh, I. And then what fell first? S. is S. S. Is, or C. So we have a Spanish speaker here. E fell out of the bag, just letting you know. So there's like an I am statement here, but it's like it is instead. It is what it is. I don't know. I think there's some things that are unarguable. That's what. So in being objective, when you say it is what it is, it's not usually the what is it? The like less concerned about something. It's just, that's what it's fact. That's what it is. Anyway, SQNRIHAAEFMMEVTR. Okay, what does this mean? REM. A lot of people are getting lots of dreams down. I'm seeing ferment. Oh yeah, ferment. Yeah, it's first time. So something is kind of like simmering. Something is like bubbling and boiling, and it's kind of like ceviche. So something's fermenting here. Maybe some of you guys like kombucha. I do not like kombucha. I respectfully decline kombucha. Maybe I'll try it when I'm older. Back. No. Okay, so ferment. So something is kind of like, some things are rotting, but some things are like, you know, fermenting like a fine wine. I never ever have gotten that. I have fame. Yeah. I almost have retreat here, but there's only one T. Femur, but there's no U, but I still have it. Rihanna. So I'm supposed to get something from Rihanna here. I have Mehmet here. I know who that is. I have Nero. Niro. Rain. You know, precipitation. Team. Why did I get cold all of a sudden? Maria. Tina. Ferris. Oh, something about Ferris Bueller. Feria and Faye. Fairy. Naeem. So Yale Naeem. I'm supposed to divine something off of her. A theme. So, you know, like a sword. Yeah, there's some kind of ritualistic thing here, but we have like, that's supposed to be considered your ritualistic Ace of Swords. Here. Athena. For sure. Ra. Aretha, like Aretha Franklin. I think she's here. I'm supposed to maybe get something from her too. I'm seeing Rhino, but I don't have, you know, the O here. I feel like I'm supposed to get a stone here. I don't know what though. There's something German here, or European, like Mass, M-A-S-S-E, or M-A-A-S. There's a two-letter combo here with M-A-S and E. Oh, and we also have Femme. Femmes. I'm supposed to get something from Violent Femmes. Him. So there's an artist or a band named Him and something, Him and Her, or She and Him, or something like that. There's other names in here, but they're not making. We have Ernie. Vin. Reese. We hardly ever get Reese. This is like a short combo too, like a Art. So we have Arthur and Artie. Nessa. So we have Vanessa here. Oh, we definitely have Vanessa here. Emma. M, like Auntie M. Irene. Amy. Arnie. So we have Arnold. Terry. Teresa. Tim. Tammy. Trey. Trina. Sam. So we have Samantha. Sammy. Star. Shirt. Shira. Shiva. So what is that? Like goddess Shiva. Vishna. Nisha. Farm. Yeah, something about the Wizard of Oz here, because we have Farm and Auntie M. Shine. All right, so let's so we had Ferment here, right? Let's go ahead and put that one together. I saw somebody's name here, but I'm not going to say his name. He knows. Marnie. Ari. Ramsey. Renee. All right. Rashim. And we have Rakim as well. It's the first time I've seen that. SHRM or something about HR here, because we have SHRM, something like that. Anyway, we have fish. Yeah, something about ceviche here. What? So this is like new school Jesus, because the fish, you know, is supposed to represent that. So something is like, there's a new school version of Jesus here. It's like, what's on the menu, Jesus? Ah, ceviche. That's funny. Ramy? Who's Ramy? Who's Ramy? R-A-M-I-E. I don't know. Anyway, I have star here. We also have stave here, which is a wand. Let me see if I can put this together. So VMAEIQ. So something about, what is it? Video Music Awards. And somebody has a high emotional and IQ and EQ, something like that. But anyway, I have to connect all of them. So shh, quiet. VI, so that's 6. That's a lover's card. That's a lover's card. So hippity hop. Yeah, EQ and IQ for sure. It's yeah, I really feel like that. Okay. VR video. Ava also is here. Hive. So there's a new crew in town is what I'm hearing. You know, like beehive mentality. It's not like yes sir, yes sir. But there is discipline. It's just more of like a new school beehive mentality. So it's an evolved state of discipline. So there's still like set values in a collective, and yeah, there's a new team in town, Ma. MA. Let me see. I am. Oh, for sure. For sure. Also, Ram is here, so maybe is that Capricorn? Let's go ahead and get a couple deck. Let's get one card from here for this, and it is the 7 of Pentacles inverted. It's patience with self, but it's also it's like the universe is harvesting us. So it's they're investing in us. Like there's something about, is there a taking? I don't know. Here, let me see here. Yeah, because she's opening up a map, like a book, like the Akashic Records here, you see? So there's something about being patient with ourselves in the learning process of, you know, the seeing things through as we're given, like the information. But at the same time, the universe is also, we're adding to the books. We're adding to the books, yeah. The more patient we are with ourselves in the learning process, like there are no scribbles in the books. Like we don't need whiteout tape. We don't need like any of that shit. It's there's clearer entries, like a really nice journal that you want to open up. So That's what's happening with Akashic Records. And then clarity. Oh my gosh, that is insane. That's freaking insane. But that's what's happening right there. That is weird. I'm like, that sounds right. So I just go with it. It's like, is there anything else? And then they give me clarity. So it's definitely being patient with self and that automatically providing clarity. How freaking crazy that is. So it's like fermenting in your own juices. You elevate your IQ, your EQ. It's a new school way of thought and being. You're automatically adding to this beehive mentality, which is supported at core unit. Let me show you. By spirit, it's like I am, but we're like side by side in this like totem pole with spirit like leading it, and also at the very top. But like that's freaking crazy. That's freaking crazy, right? That's really good stuff. All right, so that was worth the investment with 20 more minutes invested on top of the hour. All right, so now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors, all my supporters, all donations provided in light and love. So wonderful. And now that this reading is officially over, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading now.